If you think the power of reversing time is reserved strictly for princes, you are sorely mistaken. Braid was released in 2008 on the Xbox Live Arcade and has since been released on Windows, Mac, and Linux operating systems, as well as the PlayStation 3. In its most basic sense, Braid is a 2D puzzle platformer, but to leave it in that genre wouldn't do the overall concept and execution justice. This game is an independent title that had specific ideas of breaking down what the gaming community considers second nature in gameplay. The result was a successful title that forces you to leave all your prior ideas about 2D platformers behind. The story starts out seeming basic, but obviously there's a deeper meaning behind everything. The true meaning of the game is still being debated, and I do love that there's this grand underlying plot behind all of these seemingly meaningless creatures and environments. Even with this larger plot at work, you can be satisfied with how the more shallow storyline plays out, as Braid utilizes the game mechanics to weave a very interesting tale. Playing through to the end of the game and collecting every puzzle piece will allow you access to the larger story at hand, but gathering these pieces can be very, very tricky. Game mechanics are varied and incredibly interesting. Progressively, you're introduced to different aspects of Tim's world and the powers he possesses. Initially, you learn about moving time backwards, which helps you feel out puzzles without the threat of death. I love that mechanic because I can test out whatever harebrained idea I think will work without the fear of repeating a level. Reversing time is the main mechanic, present throughout all levels, but you will also encounter levels in which time is tied to your movement left and right, levels where you have to utilize a Shadow Tim, and levels where you use a device that slows time based on proximity to that device. All items can be reversed in time unless they're glowing green. Lots of gameplay facets to consider, lots and lots to do. After playing this game for a while, I will go out into the real world and make mistakes, but then feel a surge of relief, feeling like I can press a button to just unwind everything. Then reality comes crashing down around me and I don't know what to do about the car I've just driven into the river. The art style is very beautiful, with bright watercolor designs and creatures that remind me of a cross between Super Mario Bros. And Where the Wild Things Are. The music feels soothing, which can help calm you when you want to rage quit after trying just about every option you have to reach a puzzle piece. It's a real work of art that comes together wonderfully and challenges you in a very creative and organic way. I love games that make me think, and Braid is one that keeps me breaking down puzzles long after I've quit. I'm telling you now, if you're using a walkthrough to beat this game, you're not only missing the point, but there's no way you can actually enjoy Braid. The game requires thought and considering the powers Tim has along with each individual environment he's in. It's very challenging and no one way of problem solving will assure you an easy time beating Braid. Once you do beat the game, you might assume replayability is null and void, but you'd be wrong. I played through this completely on my PC via the Humble Indie Bundle 2, and then played through the Xbox Live Arcade version for this review, and I could not remember solutions to certain puzzles for the life of me. So I recommend getting Braid. Any platform will do, so kick it to 88 and stay away from those walkthroughs.